Well, it's BBC Local Radio in the North. We're at Moortown Rugby Club here in Leeds for the Veterans Day. And all this month, the month is dedicated, the month of June, to celebrating and promoting and highlighting the contribution that veterans have made to life in the United Kingdom. And I'm delighted to welcome here the crew of HMS Ark Royal to Moortown Rugby Club. Can I ask you to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Mark Harold. I'm a chief physical trainer from the ship.
And where is the Ark Royal at the moment? Where half the crew is here. Where is the ship?
Well, the vast majority of them are still in Portsmouth at the moment. It actually sails tomorrow for a 3-week time away from Portsmouth to return later on in June.
And what's your role on board?
I'm the ship's physical trainer.
So it's important for the crew to stay fit.
Yes, you can see and look around yourself. There's a lot of fit guys here. There's even more on board. We endeavour to stay that way so we're fit to fight.
Tell me about, you're obviously a veteran because we're here at the Veterans Day and you're wearing your medal and your Armed Forces badge. This is the new Veterans badge, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Tell me about that badge.
I don't really know why they've given out the Veterans badges. I suppose, really, it's recognition for all the veterans, and thank you, really.
And what's your story, Neil? Tell me.
My story is I was involved in the South Atlantic on HMS Intrepid.
So you were in the Falklands?
Yes, I was, yes.
In the Royal Navy or the Marines?
Royal Navy, yeah.
Well, just tell me about your story, about your service. When did you join up and how long were you there?
I joined up in 1979 and I joined originally on the Falklands. I was supposed to be joining HMS Sheffield, but obviously everything got cancelled. And then we served on HMS Intrepid from 81 to 83, so I stayed on there.
What was your role on ship?
I was an able seaman gunner, anti-aircraft guns.
So you saw a bit of action there?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, tell me that, because it was hairy. It was some hairy moments down there, weren't they?
Well, on the 23rd, from the 21st, it was constant.
21st
of May, 82, it was constant air attacks throughout the day for 3 or 4 days, really. I can't really say how we didn't get hit, really, because we were frightening, really.
What was the name of the ship?
Intrepid.
So did Intrepid come through without a scrape then?
Yes, we lost a helicopter on the way down there, which had a few SAS guys on. I think it was a bird strike, really, that hit the helicopter. We lost a few men there. They weren't our men, but I think it was one of our helicopters.
And how did you find life in military service? Did you adjust well to it as a young man? How old were you when you joined?
I was 19 when I joined, and then I was 22, obviously, when we went down there.
Was that something you always wanted to do?
No, at first I was in printing. I was a printer's labourer, but I couldn't get on in the job that I was doing, so I got quite bored with it, really. And then I thought, well, I don't want to join the army, I don't want to join the RAF. Navy, see more of the world and get paid for it, really.
all the girls in the runs ashore?
Well, the runs ashore, yeah. Some of the girls are a little bit. You wouldn't say the girls.
Yeah. You weren't a married man at the time, were you?
I was married, yes. Yeah. I was going through a divorce at that time, but then when the South Atlantic kicked up, it had all fallen through then. So I was more or less a single man then. But when you're down there, you don't think of anything. When the fighting's going on, you don't think of anything really that, like parents or anything, until you're on an adrenaline rush, you see.
What would you say about your military service? What did it do for you? What did it give you?
It gave me great discipline. Gave me great self-belief in me.
What do you mean? What does that mean, gave you great discipline? You can get up in the morning and...
I can get up, I can have a shave, I can have personal hygiene,
Respect for others and...
Yeah, and plus, I'm always there on time for everything that I go for. I'm never late. I hate being late.
Do you think that's what military service gives you?
Yeah, definitely, yes. I'd recommend it to anybody, really.
So how long did you serve in total?
I did till 89, and then I got disillusioned with it, really.
So 7 or 8 years?
Yeah, well, nearly 10 years,
nearly
really.
10 years.
Yes.
So because I'm interested in the story of what happens to veterans when they leave, because a lot of them have found themselves sliding into drink and drugs and homelessness and all sorts of problems. It wasn't 10 years is quite a long time, but for some people who've done 10, 20, maybe 30 years, they find adjusting to civil life very difficult, don't they?
Well, I think what it is as well, the problems that are in there, like I've had a few mental health problems since that because of what I did down there.
Does it come back to haunt you then?
Oh, yeah. I've had a lot of post-traumatic stress disorder. They call it post-traumatic stress now, they're taking the disorder bit off. But what happens is, it's your mental health, really.
What did you go through?
Well, the thoughts of what I've done. I mean, I shot 2 planes down there, and just recently I've actually traced one of the pilots that I shot down. So one part of it is I had a job to do, which I did. The other part of it is I did a job, but he's still alive, and it's fantastic news.
And obviously you went into war, you went into conflict on behalf of your country to defend this country, and the Falklands being part of this country.
Yes.
Are you, on the other hand, proud of what you achieved during that period?
I am proud. I am really proud of not because you take somebody's life. It was a big team effort, massive team effort, and I don't think I'd ever work for a massive team like that again. Although they always say you want teamwork in a job, don't you? But it was a fantastic effort, and I think we did really well.
Is this your little lad
That's
with a balloon?
My son,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. How old is he?
He's 8.
Oh, what's his name?
Sam.
You must be very proud.
I think he is. He doesn't know. He knows something's happening because he keeps asking me, am I flying out to Argentina, which I am shortly, to meet the pilot.
Are you? You're going to meet the pilot?
Yes.
The pilot that you actually shot down but didn't kill?
Yeah.
That's an amazing story.
Yes,
how did that come about?
Well, I was watching a documentary last year, and obviously the guy I thought that I'd killed was on the telly, and he was stood there, but it was footage from 25 years ago, because I don't usually watch programmes, and I've actually managed 9 months down the line, I've traced him, and we're in contact.
Done that? How did you do that, trace him?
Well, I just sent an email to the embassy in London, and now we're in contact through email to start with, and I've now got a TV producer ready to fly me out there to meet him.
For which channel?
Well, it's either going to be the BBC or she's got Channel 4 ready. I think she's got some production company ready to do it.
That's an amazing story. So you shot 2 planes down, one of which you killed the pilot, the other survived, and you're going to go down and meet him and his family.
Yes, she's flying me out there, I think, for a week to meet him, and he's actually agreed to meet me as well.
What's his name, the pilot?
Well, I'd rather not disclose that. It's,
okay.
I mean, it is traceable, but at the moment, I'd rather not disclose his name because it's not. It is big news for me, and it's big news. But until I actually get the okay to fly, then I'll tell the world, really.
Lovely. Let's just focus on how you've managed this transition. You said you had certain mental health problems, you've had post-traumatic stress. What have you done with your life since you came out? What have you worked as, for instance? And
I've been in warehousing a lot. Been team leaders in warehousing and printing and various jobs. But
so you came back to similar work?
Yes.
That you'd left?
Yes, I did. But my main concern now is the veterans. What I've done is I've done a lot of confidence building courses at Leeds Mind, which is SHIP, which is Self-Help Initiative Project, which is a branch of Leeds Mind. And I've done support groups, and what I'm hoping to do is run my own support group for veterans, and I'm now signed up to be a caseworker for SAFA,